Hello, and welcome back to A Little Less Lisa, where at the moment I am chronicling my weight loss journey. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. I really appreciate you tuning in. So today is my check-in day. So this is where I go over what dose I took last week, how much weight I lost last week, if any, and anything noteworthy that I want to share. And because this is my week 12 check-in, I will also be sharing my measurements as well, because I did those too. So I take compounded tirzepatide. I do use a telehealth company for that. And yes, stay tuned. I will be doing a telehealth, I'm going to do a video on the benefits of using a telehealth company. And then I'll also probably do a video on the specific telehealth company that I'm using, etc. So with that being said, let's get into the numbers. So I did something a little different last week for my 12th injection. And because the week before, I'm kind of looking at my notes here, I felt like I had less appetite control, and I got really pretty hungry on day 6, which is not normal for me. I have not had that sort of half-life phenomenon that most people seem to experience, which is totally normal, where the medication starts to wear off and your hunger sort of starts to come back a little more eagerly than when the shot and the medication is at its full strength. So again, also a little strangely, and I guess because I really didn't lose much weight in that last week, I decided to change things up a little bit. So I had left from my original vial from, way back, and it was still, refrigerated and whatnot. I still had a 5 milligram dose in there, and obviously I didn't want to waste it. And because I felt like the dose from this new pharmacy, having sat out, didn't feel the same to me, I thought, okay, I'll go back and I'll give, I'll take the 5 milligrams out of this, sort of the last dose of this one vial from Hallandale, one of my original vials, like I said. So I took that and I took it in my left stomach. And I thought, again, because I hadn't really lost any weight, I thought, well, maybe it's time, maybe I'm supposed to be moving up now. I'm supposed to be titrating up. So what I decided to do, and I've heard a lot of people do this about dose splitting, where let's say if they're going to be on 5 milligrams, they take 2.5 on their normal day, and then 3 days later, they take another 2.5. So they get a total of 5, but you sort of, you don't have that half-life issue, I guess. Now, obviously, you're getting a less dose at each time, but, I've seen videos where people did this and they seem to like the experience more. So again, because I thought, well, maybe I should be titrating up, although I really didn't want to titrate up, to be very honest with you, I thought, let me just see, because I could tell that there was a little bit left in this vial, my original vial from Hallandale. And I thought, let me just withdraw what's left in there. Hallandale definitely overfills their vials, which is very nice. And I actually was able to get basically 2 milligrams left out of that vial. I sucked everything out of that vial. It was literally dripping, drop, drop, drop of the liquid into the syringe as I was withdrawing it. So I ended up doing that, like I said, about 3 days later. So I took my original injection on 6/13, and then I took this sort of second mini dose on 6/16, and I did that in my right stomach. Now, I have to say, I definitely felt as I have in the past. I felt, really good suppression. I wouldn't necessarily say that I had any other real side effects. I don't think I really felt nauseous. I didn't feel unusually tired, you know, anything like that. So that's what I ended up doing last week. Like I said, a little unusual, a little unorthodox, as they would say. So I took, like I said, around a 7 milligram dose, I guess, total, but like I said, split over 2 injections. And it seemed to work. Although I have to say, I didn't see a whole lot of loss. I think if I went back through my phone and looked at my Lose It app, where I log everything, I don't think I really started to see the scale move until probably after that second shot. My total loss for last week was 3.2 pounds. So, you know, if you look at it as with an average with the 0.4 that I had lost the week before, that would have been 3.6 pounds, which is, you know, between 1.5 to 2 pounds a week, which is, you know, what you sort of want to be at, you know, 1.5 or whatever. So my total weight loss for the first 12 weeks on this medication is 34.6 pounds, and I did meet what was my original goal as far as the number I wanted to hit. So yay! Yay that. I will say that at this point, I am definitely going to be shooting for the lower goal, which will then put me basically at a total of 40 pounds, you know, to lose, which right now then basically means I have to lose another 5.4 pounds, just so we're all on the same math page here. So for month 3, or basically those 4 weeks on the medicine, the third set of 4 weeks, so essentially the third kind of month, on the medication, I lost a total of 11 pounds and had a monthly average of 2.75 per week. So I went, just to kind of recap, my first month, the first 4 weeks, I lost an average of 3.9 pounds per week. Month 2, or those second 4 weeks, I lost an average of 2 pounds per week. And now I'm actually kind of back up again, and that in part was due to that really big loss that I had while I was on my trip. So like I said, an average of 2.75. So, and I'll obviously remind you of this during my next check-in period, but yesterday when I gave my shot, I did stick with the 5 milligrams. I do not anticipate at this moment doing that sort of split injection thing again. I'm using the new medication that I just received. It was cold when I received it. It is remaining cold. So I'm just going to see how that goes, because I really don't want to think that it was the pharmacy that it came from. I have a feeling it was just because it sat out. So, and I gave it in my right thigh. And I will also, as just a little heads up, tell you that I once again got that red spot. So for me, and I did not get any red spots, by the way, when I did it in either side of my abdomen. So it's got to be something where it's interacting with my thigh fat. I don't know, but anyway, just thought I would share that. Okay, so I will now share my measurements, and you know, I'm definitely not losing like a ton of inches each, we'll call it, like I said, kind of month. My first month I lost 6.72 inches. Last month I lost, let's just call it 6.5 inches. And this month I lost 4.81. So my total inch loss over the 12 weeks is a teensy tiny bit over 18 inches. I would say the biggest loss that I saw, I lost over an inch, like 1.25 inches in my hips. I lost about like 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch in each thigh, depending on the thigh. My calves are kind of staying pretty consistent. They're not really doing a whole lot there, as are my biceps, which is kind of sad because I definitely have some flabby bat wings that I need to get rid of. So I would really like to see those numbers going down. I will say that when I look at my, smart scale stats, my fat percentage is still pretty high. According to that, I still have like 6% body fat to lose. So I don't really know. But I will say that I have definitely been at a lower body fat percentage than I am right now, at, again, probably maybe 5 pounds lower than I am right now. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I guess I could do the calculation and say, okay, if I lost that 5.5 pounds and it was all 100% in fat, what that would take my body fat percentage to, but I don't really feel like doing that math. So, but I was very happy. I had one other thing that was not in the like normal or whatever range, and that was my body I think they call it like body age or something. And so I think I had started at 61 or 62. And as you know, I'm 57. And so it had been sitting at 58 for several weeks. And then today, or yesterday, I should say, it finally got to 57. So I am now even Steven as it comes to the age. I would actually like my body to be younger than my actual chronological age. So I'm still, and I'm assuming if I lose another 5.5 pounds, I'll probably get that. I didn't look recently, but just to let you know, because obviously as hard as you try, you are going to lose some muscle mass. And I believe that I have lost just about 7 pounds of muscle mass. I feel pretty good about the amount of muscle mass that I've lost. I don't think it's excessive, and it pretty well has kind of flattened out. So I do feel like what I'm losing is more fat, and hopefully I'm at least maintaining my muscle mass. And I would obviously love to see that number go up as well, but if it could stay steady from now on, I would be fine with that too. So still working out. I work out, I would say, usually 3, maybe 4 times a week. Definitely do some strength training, and then I will walk on the treadmill just to get some steps in. I wouldn't say that I'm like doing cardio, because I'm certainly not getting my heart rate up enough probably to be, I guess I could check my heart rate. I don't know if I'm technically in zone 2 when I'm walking, but mostly I'm just doing it to, get my body moving and get some steps in. Right now, my main focus is on strength training. Other than that, everything else, like I said, was pretty normal. I'm still taking my magnesium. I'm still taking my fiber. I'm still taking, what else am I taking? I take a daily multivitamin. I'm taking a daily sort of GLP focused vitamin supplement as well. And I did just add in a biotin and minoxidil formula into my routine, just to hopefully stave off the hair loss that also comes with losing, a fair amount of weight and in a short amount of time, which is, probably what people would say this is. So yeah, like I said, I think things went pretty well this past week. Didn't feel any unusual kind of type things. The hunger was definitely at bay again, which was good, and the food noise really was non-existent, which is good too. I'm certainly very happy about that. Also, I forgot to take my kind of progress pictures, so I won't have them in this video, but I will try to remember to kind of put a collage together so you can see what I started at, and then after 1 month, 2 months, and 3 months. So I'll try to remember to share that in my next week check-in. I think at the moment I'm, pretty good sticking at 5 milligrams. I mean, unless something, weird happens later this week, which obviously I'll update you on next week during my check-in. Like I said, I don't plan on taking that kind of little micro mini dose kind of thing again. And, I don't know that I'm concerned or, think that contributed to the increased weight loss this past week. I think honestly it was just kind of, I don't know, my body was hanging on to some things and just finally was ready to let it go since I had a pretty low loss the week before. So like I said, I'm kind of looking at these 2 weeks sort of in the aggregate. So, losing about 1.75 or whatever it was average per week seems pretty normal to me. So I think that's it. I think that's everything I needed to share during my check-in. Please let me know in the comments below if you are on a journey of your own. How are you doing? Do you have any questions? Let me know if I can help you with anything. Again, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I'm just sharing my own experience. But, if I've experienced something that might be relevant to you or helpful in some way, I am happy to do that. Also, I was thinking about maybe adding a live stream during the week at some point. Let me know in the comments below if that's something that you would be interested in, kind of a Q&A, I guess, sort of session, a time where you all can like live ask me questions, since, I feel like I'm getting towards the end of my journey, and then obviously we'll go into maintenance mode and that will be a whole thing, and we'll see how we move forward in that. But anyway, let me know, like I said, in the comments whether participating in a live stream is something that you guys would be interested in. If you did enjoy the video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. Click that like button, the one that's like that. That's super helpful to my channel. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, if you're one of those people who just, kind of watches my videos, if you've watched a few, come join us here. I would love to see you back. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I upload videos. If you haven't had enough of me yet, well, there'll be another video right over here in the corner that you can click on and watch. And remember, kindness and hate spread the same. The choice is yours. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.